And there we go. That is my cue to get on here and make things happen. Anyway, welcome everyone. I'm glad to have you on board today. Thank you, Piggy, for saying I hear you. That is awesome. And hey, what happened to our lava? I could swear I had lava on the screen here just moments ago. We'll put some more back on. Anyway, for those who are looking, that is Cumbre Vieja volcano back when it was erupting. And I figure I'd start out with some canned lava. Unfortunately, we don't have any fresh lava. So we will suffice with the canned stuff for now. And that is kind of what we see or seen back then, and really did enjoy it. Anyway, before we get too far into things, welcome to our moderators. Arizona Snowman is here, as well as Piggy. I have not yet seen a CND Boy or Lucas or Joseph Fields Official, and I'm sure they'll be along somewhere. And Gary is possibly hiding in the background as well. So, hey, not a worry, not a worry. Anyway, welcome to all of you. I'm glad to have you on board. I just want to double check something here, make sure we do have the doors open. Yep, we do. Set for anyone to come in. So we do have that open right now. If we do get spam again, of course we will have to turn on the subscriber only mode and put it on for 5 minutes. So make sure that you are subscribed, and that way you're not going to mess up. And that is excellent so far. So I wanted to put down and Juliet is telling me, yep, Larry is number one, and it's Larry of Vladica was the first person in. Oh, Vladica, there we go. And Larry gets the cookies today, and whoa, there, we'll give him some cookies, and he's probably sitting back and lurking and resting and watching and enjoying what he needs to. So pretty awesome. Anyway, welcome to the rest of you. I do see we have a fair amount of people in here, and including some Spanish-speaking ones. So I do want to remind you, please, I don't mind you saying hello in Spanish and goodbye, that kind of thing. And if you have difficulty with English, we will try to help you, but try to put your messages in English, please. And that would be awesome. And again, if you have to use a translator, or if it's broken English, we're pretty good at understanding, and we do try to make sure that everybody is good. So, boa not yet told us. Okay, good evening. All right, anyway, we're going to leave it there. I'm going to say... yeah, okay, we got enough people saying English. That's it. Here we go. Hopefully that's not going to come up 3 times. And anyway, Rodrigo, yeah, please use a translator, okay? Google Translate, if you can, please. Por favor, Google Translate. And that would be nice if you can. All right. Anyway, welcome everyone, and gonna say hi to as many as possible here. And let's see. We'll start out with Juliet, and Rodrigo is here. Mona Alfano, Sue Hayes, Kate is back. Gura is in the house. Going up some more here, and we see Hermione made it in. Lex Silva, welcome, and I'm glad to have you on board. Going up, Kevin Haynes is here, welcome. Sharon Stewart made it back. Albigail, Mona Alfano, good to have everyone on board. Let's see, going up some more. Sophie Josephson, I'll get it out yet. BMAT is also here, welcome William. and going up some more to see. Let's see, who else we missed here. We got Juliet is in here. We got Sharon. And we got, I think we said Hermione already. And going up some more, trying to make sure I did get Gura. Mars 2028 also in the house. And going up some more, Sarah Miles is here. Welcome. And let's see, who else snuck in here? People doing cartwheels and all kinds of things. Pretty awesome. Let me see. Sharon P. also made it in. Welcome. Good to have you back on board. And going up some more. Let's see. And don't mind those funny pictures. Those were in the previous drawings. Not my stuff from today. So those were originals from way back. Anyway, that is pretty cool. Going up a little bit more to see who else made it in. Okay, Albigail we got, Kevin we got, Sophie we got. All right, lots more. Spooky Avocado, welcome back. I'm glad to have you on board. Tom Dice is also here, and welcome, Tom. And going up a little bit more to see, we've got Tetra is in the house, of course. And Julia, we got going. Scrolling up, trying to see who else I might have missed name-wise. And I do see we do have about 64 people in here right now, so that is pretty awesome. And I like it. All right, going up, Klaus is in the house. Guten Abend, Klaus. Welcome, Klaus. Glad to have you back. And going up some more to see who else is here. And I'm up as high as I can go. I don't see anybody else, but we do have a lot of chat going on there. So that is awesome, and we like it, of course, because that tells us exactly what we want. And that is... this is a friendly place. Everybody can talk to each other, and we are very open people. So glad to have everyone on board and having a look at today. So as we get into the show, before we get into things, just kind of mention here, it's raining cats and dogs in Edmonton. Or hang on, is that maybe magpies or something? Anyway, the magpies, one of them has taken shelter in the dispenser shelter because it said it's too rainy and wet in the tree. So I don't mind for them doing that. SJ410Q, yes, this is archived. This is, as it says on the screen there, Cumbre Vieja volcano from La Palma. And that was from last year, so just so you know. And I can probably get rid of that larger banner right now, and we'll get that out of the way if I can find it. There it is, and we got it off of there. So yeah, this is old footage, unfortunately, because we've got nothing else that is erupting anywhere. I figured we'd show a little bit of some old stuff, and always love watching, a good volcano erupt, right? So everybody is kind of, well, it's old, but yeah, we haven't seen it for a little bit. Anyhow, that is kind of what we've got on the plate today. I'm actually going to stop that right there, going to move over, and we're going to have a look at Mount Etna. And of course, I'm moving to Mount Etna down in Italy, actually in Sicily. There you can see Mount Etna on the screen. It is doing a bunch of gassing or off-gassing, whatever you want to call it there. And that was from about 1917. If we show it now, you don't see anything at all because it's all dark, and the sun went down there. So As we move along in time, you can see that the patterns are pretty much the same for the most part for the day. Some heavy smoke coming from the backside vent there, and we see that doing its thing. Unfortunately, not very picturesque, and I tried a few times to do stuff there. We don't have any glow to it or anything like that, and it's a little bit difficult to try to put something reasonable together. And I did try time lapse, but it just wasn't appealing. So we left it as is. Hey, what is it? Ilian? I hope I said it right. Or is it Elaine? Elaine? I hope I got it right. One way or the other, welcome. And glad to have you on board. If I mispronounced it, it might be Elaine. Iliani? Iliani. Oh boy. Anyway, welcome. I'm gonna butcher it even more if I say any more. So I'll leave it be. Not too much else happening there. If we look at some of the other views, of course, right now it's very dark there, so we can't see a heck of a lot. This is one of the other shots that we were looking at, and as time progressed, you can see the sun had gone down. That smoke continued to sit out there and do its thing. It's not blowing off to the left here like it was yesterday. It's actually just coming over top of the mountain and towards the camera, and that makes it a little bit difficult. It was a very, very hot day there, and I didn't have to ask Yvonne. She kind of just brought up the temperature over in the other stream, and they were 31 degrees Celsius at the hotel there. So that is pretty warm for that area because the humidity is fairly high as well. So they did have a very, very hot day in Sicily, along with other places like probably in Kos as well, where Piggy is. And anyway, I'm just going ahead a little bit here just to kind of try to see what it looked like. Anyway, that didn't work. All right, we'll move to this guy here, kind of long distance shot. Take a quick peek from a little further away, and that doesn't look all that appealing. We do see that smoke blowing over on the other side there, so that is pretty cool. If we go to this view again, it's a similar style view, only a slightly different angle again, and you can see that smoke going over the hill rather than heading off in the other direction where it normally goes. So a little bit change of winds, if you will, in Italy, but that is okay. Anyway, let's pop over to not Cumbre Vieja. Let's go over to, where the heck do we want to go? Iceland. I think we need to go to Iceland from here. So we're going from very hot to very cold. And actually, this isn't as cold as it may seem, but it is a lot colder than in Sicily. On screen is Ragnar, of course, and you can see some of the heat wave plumes still coming out of there, as it is in a fumarole state, and giving off some gases on the backside here right now that are visible anyway. This is, I guess, pretty close to live. Hang on. Yeah, it is live now, and showing a clock time of 23:08, or just about 23:09, so about a minute old by the time we get it here and rebroadcast it. And that's kind of what we're looking at. So nothing super special happening there. and a little disappointing. I wanted to see what it looked like at Reykjavik, and that is of course in the capital city, and that looks yeah, kind of neat, but looks like they got some rain clouds coming in, and that always makes it difficult for visibility, and you can see the rain off in the distance here that it's coming down. Pretty cool. All right, anyway, that is Ragnar, and it's sitting quiet and giving off heat and gas, and like I said, in a ephemeral state, and hopefully it will come back to life one day. At least that's what we are all hoping for. Anyhow, let's have a look at the harmonic tremor chart for this guy, and we'll get right into things here. Just got to get on that screen. There we go. All right, first thing I noticed, and I redid this not too long ago here, and I noticed this small spike in here, and of course that would indicate we've had an earthquake of some sort in the area. I'm going to refresh this just to double check. Ooh, and we had several more earthquakes in the area, and this is why I always like rechecking and having the freshest data. So there we go, right off the chart. So that one must have been a fair size, and then we have one that stopped about here. So we should see at least 3 quakes in the region, one a very, very large one. And we'll have a quick peek at the Grindavik chart and see if it too has this spike on it. And that will help us out in determining where we're seeing it. I do see it on a lot of the other ones. It may have been a very, very big quake. And let's see, I'll go down a little bit more. There's Grindavik. And yeah, right off the chart for Grindavik for the one. The other one is actually a fairly low, and we don't see that little spike here either. So the little one may have happened closer to Ragnar. Same with the secondary one here, but don't know where that guy is, and we're about to find out. So let's have a look at our earthquake map and see exactly where things are happening. Now this is sitting idle. I'm going to move it, and it should change. There it goes, and there we see it did create a big star right there. Let's zoom in on that, find out what the heck is going on. That is a larger size quake, 4.6, and doesn't want me to look at it yet. There we go. 3.7 kilometers down, so not very far down. That's very interesting, and that happened at 1612 today. So that is that big spike we've seen in the chart, and the rest, I guess, are a little bit smaller. Oh, I'm too far zoomed out again, so let's see if we go 1.5. There we go, and that is 1.5 kilometers down, also at 1631. And then there was another one over here somewhere. I hate it when they take off on me like that. Where did you go, little guy? Okay, oh, there he is, a 1.6, hard to see sometimes, and that is 6.4 kilometers down, but that one happened at 54 minutes after midnight, so unrelated quake there. But that is very interesting, and hopefully if they do have something go, that'd be actually not a bad place for it to pop if we do get an eruption happening. Sliding up here a little bit, I want to see if we have anything up on the top end. We do have 3 small ones here, and let's see, what is this? 1 point, oh, I'm not zoomed in enough. Maybe now, no. There we go, okay, 1.6, and that happened at 1606, 7.8 kilometers down. and we slide down here to find the other ones. There's a 1.5, a 7.6 kilometers down. 12:21 is the time for the magnitude 1.5, and we'll slide over and go find the other one there. 1.3, a little bit smaller. 15 kilometers down. This one is unrelated in time. 6:24 a.m. So that guy was kind of on his own. These two were friends though. And let's zoom out and zoom back in at other areas here. I want to take a look around Astja. I don't see any spots lighting up, so I will carry on a little bit further down. Bardabunga looks not bad, and Grimsvatn, but we do have a 1.2 right there. I'm going to take a quick look here. 20.4 kilometers down. That's quite a distance down. 1.2 in magnitude, and was from yesterday at 2118. So we're not going to worry about that guy so much. And looking at the other ones, here we have at Katla. And that is always interesting to see right on Katla there. 0.1 happened at 5:19 this morning, and that is 100 meters down, so in the ice. 2.0, and makes you wonder what's going on. Is it just ice shifting, or what have we got happening there? And let's see, what else do we see on our wonderful map here? There's another 1.6 in an area we don't normally see quakes, but that is 10.4 kilometers down from 8:19 a.m. But 1.6 in magnitude, not anything severe. I don't think the people need to flee their homes. And looking at the rest of the Rikens Peninsula, pardon me, we'll take a look at this one out here on the Rikens Ridge first. 1.3 happened at 22:06 yesterday, 6.8 kilometers down, so not going to worry so much about that guy. Sliding over a little bit more, here we see a 1.7 magnitude. Very close to the old crater here, and that is 5.5 kilometers down. Happened today at 14:19, and again 5.5 kilometers. Not going to worry about the depth, you guys, and that is you know, if it was 1 or 2 kilometers down, it'd be a little bit more interesting, but 5 is a long ways down. And then we see one here, a 1.1 in an odd place, and 9.3 kilometers down, and that's actually from yesterday at 18:04. But yeah, quite a distance down. I don't think that is going to affect too much in our area. Now remember what I was mentioning before, our lava, our magma chamber should be somewhere in here, and going out to about the hills there, and like that. If that's in fact what it is, then this is not so far fetched. It'd be on the edges, and possibly something happening there, like this 1.1 here. I'm going to check this 1.2, and that is also part of the group, and that happened at 13:34 and 5.1 kilometers down. 1.2 in magnitude, so pretty cool. Don't see any other nasty ones there. We did look at this guy. We looked at all of these basically, and nothing major. So of course the big one is the big star, and when you look at it on the other map, doesn't look too bad. And again, we see down here on this map the 2 point something at Katla. We see the one right there. We did check those out. I want to zoom in here a little bit because they do show some of the smaller quakes that happen in the area, and of course those aren't reported on the other charts. This guy here, 3.7 kilometers down for 0.82. at 4:41 this morning, right in town here underneath Grindavik, 3:40 a.m. for a 0.47, 4 kilometers down. And what is this next one here? 10:08 a.m. for a 0.73, 4.4 kilometers down. And let's get this one here on the radio tower area, 0.09, and it's 135 meters down. Happened yesterday at 23:57. Now, that being 135 meters down still leads me to believe that's on the edge of the uplift area, and that uplift area is settling back down, or it's lifting more, one or the other. So that's kind of what we see there. Quick shot at this 0.6, and that is 2.4 kilometers down, 1 a.m. This 0.17, 1 kilometer, 1.35 kilometers, so 1,350 meters down. A little ways down, but again, that's in that same area. So if we had that uplift, this could be the edges that were cracking or bending or whatever, and to facilitate it. Anyway, 0.29, 1.77 kilometers down at 2:25 a.m. and that doesn't look too unreasonable. This 0.6 here, a little deeper, 2.4 kilometers down. And if we go over on to this group, I bet you they're a lot deeper, but we'll never know. 0.45, 4.6 kilometers down, 725 for that guy. This guy 0.7, 5.4 kilometers down, 714. This guy here is, what is he, 1220, 0.7, 6 kilometers down. This 0.54, 5.5 kilometers down, 9:10 a.m. I don't know if I got this guy or not. 0.42, 5.7 kilometers down, and at 5:26 a.m. Then we got this 0.32, 7:06 a.m., 4.7 kilometers down. And you know, the thing, it really makes sense if that is kind of the uplift area, and then this is right on the edge of it, and we're seeing that just getting some cracking. Looking at these other ones, I don't know if we looked at that one. 10:08 a.m., 0.73, and 4.4 kilometers down. Then we see some fresher ones here, 12:31, 0.25, and again, this is 323 meters below the level or ground. This one here is 0.29, 2.8 kilometers down, 6:23 a.m. We got 6:28 a.m. for 0.45, and it was 4.1 kilometers down. I'm just trying to get a rough idea of what some of these are. So again, this is 5.4 kilometers down for 0.87, 5:09 a.m. So a lot of little guys happening there, but nothing really major. This 0.83 here, that is from today. That's over in the same area that we had yesterday. Actually, the one we had yesterday was, I think, right around here. So not too far away from it. 7:23 a.m., 0.83, and 6.6 kilometers down. So quite a ways. And that is what we've got there. And looking at that, and again, that is pretty awesome to see that big, massive quake. It looks like he had a buddy there at 22:31 as well, a 1.5, and that is 1.49 or 1.5 kilometers down, fairly close to the surface for that one. This one would be centered about here, so they're not too far apart. and 4.57 is a fairly large quake. The fact that it's 3.7 kilometers down, interesting. It's kind of halfway between yes, we're going to erupt and no, we're not. And very, very difficult to tell. So I'm going to keep our fingers crossed, though, hoping that we do get something happening in Iceland soon. And I really do want to see another Ragnar-style volcano. Hopefully it will happen. Hey, Duchess of Elements made it in. Good to see you. Let's see, we got Kevin earlier. Frank McLeod, welcome on board. I'm just trying to see who else snuck in while I was talking. We got Duchess, and we got Frank, and DJ Puff the Third is also here, as well as Juliet, and Colin Deadman. I think we got you there earlier, Sir King Colin. And I think we're pretty good. We got Sue earlier. All right. Yep, just checked, and I think we're pretty good. Oh, Tony Flabby just snuck in. Welcome, and I didn't snuck in. Sure you did. I heard you. You're awful noisy for a guy who's sneaking. Welcome, Tony. Glad to have you on board. And yeah, so that's kind of our earthquakes for Iceland right now. And I'm hoping that we are going to see a little bit more activity in Iceland. It would really, really be nice to watch a very good eruption happening there. And I'm really missing seeing wonderful fresh lava flowing fairly close up. It's disappointing when, it's day after day, same old grind, and, having to use canned lava, if you will, when we're starting things out. Hey, Michael, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And anyway, yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at today. It's a little easier day as far as the volcanic activity around the world. We did get a little bit more coming out of Merapi today, but again, it's still really not as much as I would have liked to see. Hey, Vegas woman, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And let's see. I think everybody is good. Come to Ragnar. What? Everybody goes to Ragnar, and we'll make Ragnar. We'll all hold hands, stand around Ragnar, and chant till it erupts. And we'll use our mental telepathy, right, John Shepard? Welcome. Oh, anyway, that is kind of what we see. And a little, I guess, a little bit of a slower day, and I'm a little bit down in the sense of it's raining again, and we're, not seeing any eruptions anywhere, and I'd really, really like to see some lava coming out of something, and that would really be cool and awesome. Anyway, we're just about at break time here, so what we will do is set it back up on what we were watching before, and that is one of the days that we had covered for Cumbre Vieja. I just want to see if I can reset something here. Why does that always happen? They put something good on, and then all of a sudden they turn their streams off. Darn it. Okay, I got that one working. And no, I didn't. It's buffering again. But what we'll do is we'll put it back onto this here, and let you guys watch some of the old recap stuff for during the break, and you should be good with that. So for all those good people who I've been working too much, missed a bunch of your streams. Yeah, I know. you gotta work, man. It's one of those things. Anyway, we're going to leave this on. And for those good people who have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like button. That would be awesome and really, really help us out. Especially if we get over at least 100. That's what we're shooting for. And hopefully 150 if we can manage it. But it does make a big difference with the YouTube analytics, and we know it works. So let's go for it, you guys. If you haven't hit that like button already, help us out and do it that way. Also, for those people that are in here that have not yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing. We would really appreciate that. If you are enjoying the show, by all means give the subscribe button a quick shot, and don't forget to hit the bell notification as well. On that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I'm going to take a 5-minute break or thereabouts, and I'll leave this lovely scene on for you. But just so you know, I was trying to see what date that was on. September 26th is when that was streamed. So that is pretty cool. And anyway, enjoy it. And I will be back in 5 minutes, you guys. Ooh, there's Bangkok temperature. Ooh, it's cold there. It's only 81 degrees. But the humidity is holding right up. That'll make up for it. All right, you guys. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is VolcanoX live stream. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. And I am back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you are watching VolcanoX live stream. And thank you, everyone, for the welcome backs there from Kate and Sue and Colin, and Grandma B is in the house. Kevin Haynes, a man called Adam Yachts. Okay, don't know what that's for. And thanks, Duchess, as well. And glad to have everyone in here and still paying attention. And of course, this was from, what did I say, September 26th last year from Cumbre Vieja in La Palma. That is what we were watching. And that is pretty awesome looking stuff, and we really need another volcano just like that now. You know, that's honestly, we do need something that is going crazy and doing its thing to really help us out, get everything going again as far as the wonderful volcano stream. And it really has slowed down quite a bit, and we're trying to see if we can make things pop somewhere, but we need a decent volcano, so hopefully it will happen. Andy Morgan, welcome. Glad to have you on board. I miss the swing. I miss a swing too. Order one very lovely volcano. Yes. And in a location where we can get cameras all around it from multiple views, and good people are manning those cameras, so that would be awesome. Anyway, since that is continuing to do its thing, I'm gonna just kind of park that. We're going to go around the world and take a look at some of the other activity. And John Shepard says yes. Yeah, hey, Sue Hayes, not too quick for ice cream. Hang on, let's check if the ice cream boat is there. And then maybe you guys can stroll down there if it is. Hang on, let me get the right picture on here. Yep, ice cream boat is in. So if you're needing ice cream, you can head on down and get some. And that, of course, is right across the bay here from the Suwanosi-jima volcano. No, sorry, Sakurajima. That's my bad. I got the volcanoes mixed up. Sakurajima is over here. Anyway, a boat is in. Go get your ice cream. Jump on the cart and we'll zoom down. Zoom you down. Okay, cool. That'd be awesome, and hopefully that's not going to continue to buffer like that. Why is everything buffering and changing its... I don't know what's going on with YouTube today. It's really driving me crazy. I set these things for, you know, HD or high definition, and every time I turn around, they're putting it down to 360 or 144p, and I'm going, well, what's wrong with the system? There's something definitely amiss. Anyway, let's go back to what I was going to go into next, and of course that is over at the Azores, and where the camera is located on the island here, that is Sao George. And of course, yeah, BMAT, I bet you it is. They're in there doing something. Anyway, Sao George is the island that we're on. This bright set of lights here, that's one of the harbors that we're seeing. And the lights across the strait here, those are the lights of Pico Island. And on Pico Island, of course, you have Mount Montana, which is an older volcano, which is presently dormant. So that's what's over there. But our concern is Sao George, the island we're on, and looking at a few of the other shots. This one, of course, is a little bay in here, and we always kind of check for how much white water we see. which tells us how rough the seas are. And I do see some, but not anything too terribly bad, so it should be all right. Doc, can you see your face again on camera? Yeah, you will one day. I'm not going to hide it forever, but one day you will. Just not today. I'm not ready for that. I don't have things plugged in, cameras aren't set up and stuff like that, lighting isn't fixed up, and the background doesn't look as pretty as it could. Anyway, looking at the other one, we do see one ship here anchored over in the harbor. This is a different harbor, of course, and that would be kind of what it is. We do see another ship here, or boat, docked, so pretty awesome to see that. And that is kind of the gist of what we've got there. I don't know if their time lapse will play. I'm gonna just see if it will, and no, time lapse won't. So I'll leave it on that picture. We'll move over and have a look at the maps and see what we've got for earthquakes, and we'll make that a little bigger for you. So, of course, here are the islands, and that is Pico Island, and Sao George is this long, skinny one that we're looking at. And, I should have zoomed in here a little bit. They, in this particular map, stack all the earthquakes and don't ever remove them. I wish they would take the older ones. Anything older than 7 days they should remove. So, yeah. Or actually here they say 5+ days are for the yellow ones, and there's a lot of them there. Only see 2 new ones here, a 1.5 and a 1.7, and nothing super major. The 1.5 at 6:59 a.m. and the 1.7 was at 1856, and those are roughly in the same spot. Even though this isn't really showing us where. We'll move over to the other map. I'm going to refresh this guy just to make sure we have our latest and greatest data, and make that a little bigger, and slide down. If we zoom right in, we can see where those quakes were located, and there you go, 1.75 hours ago, and the other one 1.5, 17 hours ago. And that's kind of what we're seeing. So this is one of the harbors right there that we always see. The airport is located right there. If we zoom in a little more, you can actually see it. So there's the airport, and there's that harbor. That's one of them anyway, and looks pretty awesome. And of course, up here in the farmer's field is where the earthquake happened. Same with that farmer's field, and that's about it. So that's kind of what we're seeing out at Sao George. Not a heck of a lot, and we will kind of slide down here a little bit. There's the 2 quakes, and not showing any depth. So that probably indicates that there's surface rumblings. And, let's get, no, come on, close. Darn it, I did it to me again. There we go. The 2 surface quakes, right there you go. And that's all we've got. Notice we haven't had anything down low for quite some time. And that should be a pretty good indicator that things are quietening down quite a bit. And we'll see what happens within the next few days here. They may even take that yellow rating off if things quieten down some more. But I bet you within another 5 or 6 days of nothing below surface, they will probably terminate the thing and put it back to a green value, and leave it off of there. So that's kind of what we're seeing out at Sao George in the Azores. And if we zoom out a little bit here, just to give you a little better idea where we are in the world, there's the mid-Atlantic ridge, and there's some of the fissures that go off towards Portugal right there. And this is Portugal, Spain, and Africa, of course. And that's where it sits, kind of right in the middle of the ocean. And in the past, the Azores basically used to be set up as a fuel depot for what they used to call what do they call them, steamliners, streamliners. Anyway, they, of course, the old water aircraft that would fly across the ocean, they couldn't make it all the way on one tank of gas, so they needed a refueling point, and the Azores is actually where they did that. So pretty cool. Hey, I see Leo Carlson is also on board. Welcome, Leo. Glad to have you here. Colin Dedman got Colin Dedman is here. Let's see, who else? DJ is here. Just looking to see if I missed anybody in the list. I think we're good. We got John Shepard earlier. All right. Should be good for now. Anyway, we'll carry on with other volcanoes and other wonderful places. I'm just going to put this back so I know where it is. Oh, that's that, by the way, is just a photo shot, so you know. And there you can see Mount Montana over on Pico Island. That is a fairly tall volcano, but as I mentioned, it is kind of dormant right now, not doing anything. Next, volcanoes. Let's have a look and see what we can find, and hopefully there's going to be some kind of visibility. Fingers crossed. And we'll see what happens. Oh, come on, get to it. It's buffering. Why do they always buffer when I want to go there? And there we go. I think we got it now. So our next one, of course, is in Mexico. And that is our wonderful Popocatépetl. And Popocatépetl, of course, continuing to do exactly what it's been doing for a long time. And that is create snow and off-gas a whole bunch. We haven't seen too much lava flow from it, and I'd love to see some of that. That would be pretty awesome. No, DJ Puff III, it's not in the Himalayas. It's in Mexico. Long ways away. Other side of the planet, okay? Pretty much. Anyway, like what we're seeing there. If we pop on to a couple of the other views, that's kind of what we're seeing now. Did they cut me down again? Yeah, they sure did. It's only coming in 480 and they want to cut it down to 360. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Very, very poor as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, we do see the occasional little plume coming out of there, and that is kind of neat. We see one there right now, and I think that is kind of awesome. But we are certainly not seeing big piles of lava anywhere, and I'd love to see a river of lava just rolling off this thing. That would be really, really cool. And of course that camera has got some difficulties with the sunlight up top there. Going on to another view, and this is live from the other side. There you see some clouds moving in as well, and not much we can do about that. We don't have a picture of Fuego de Colima. That camera is down. But we do have a Fuego in Guatemala. Well, at least we've got a feed from it. I don't know if we can see it anywhere. It's been pretty cloudy down there. And of course, they are still suffering from a lot of that storm stuff that was down in the area. So, yeah, we're not going to see Fuego at all, and that's unfortunate. Checking the other ones, yeah, Talika still not any new picture, still the old one. Oh, hey, they gave us a little bit more of Mombo Tumbo, and that is pretty awesome. There you can at least see the top with the smoke coming out of the cone. And notice how dark it is on the top. We know this thing's been throwing out some lava. It's basically burnt off a lot of the old vegetation that we had there. So pretty interesting and neat to see. And that is in Nicaragua, just south of Guatemala, of course. And one more in Guatemala or Nicaragua, and that is Messiah volcano. And Messiah actually has some pretty decent pictures. You can see the caldera very clearly, and obviously the smoke coming out of it. So it's been raining there, so a lot of that is going to be steam, and I wouldn't want to be breathing that though. So at least it's not heading towards the camera today. It's going off in a slightly different direction. So there we have Nicaragua, and we have Mexico and Central America basically covered. There, of course, Popocatépetl doing its thing. And 5-minute warning. Thank you, Piggy. And that is awesome. Imagine if a volcano it would erupt in the Himalayas. It would almost be throwing tephra into space. Oh boy. You know, Grandma B, it depends on how much pressure. And yeah, it could actually happen. And you know, it really seriously could, but I don't think it will. It's pretty mundane and quiet over there. And we know that the Himalayas are growing by about 2.5 inches a year, and that is a pretty awesome amount. And that, of course, is making the continent of India smaller and smaller every year. And surprisingly, the Himalayas are only between 50 and 55 million years old. So in geological terms, those are very, very new mountains. And that is pretty cool, pretty awesome. Anyway, I think I burned enough time here. I'm trying to think of where we're going to stick you for the duration. The ice cream boat just left. I hope everybody got off. Darn it, I missed that. But you can see the ice cream boat right there. They departed, so you're going to have to wait a little bit before the next one comes over and into the dock here. And that's kind of what we've got. And let me see what I can line you up for a break. And I think we just about ran out of lava on that other one. Or maybe not. We can find something here. Yeah. I'll try at the beginning of that thing when I did that. It wasn't too bad. Give you at least a few minutes of a wonderful lava to look at. So, yep, we'll do that. We'll use the old one from Cumbre Vieja, and we'll show you that. Yona is in the house. Welcome, Yona. What Mount Everest is still uplifting very, very slow. It's uplifting. It's still going 2.5 inches a year, or if you want to go up, it's almost 5 centimeters per year is the growth. At least that's what it used to be. I don't know what it is actually right now. I haven't checked in the last year or two, but that's what they used to teach us. So it's a big mountain, Mount Everest, and it's going to keep getting bigger. Anyway, you guys, I am going to go take that break. I'm going to throw you back over to the other stream here, the older one from Cumbre Vieja, just so you guys can have a look at that. And I shut that off. Why is that playing? There we go. All right. That one is off, and that is good. So welcome everyone, and glad you're all here today. And I'm going to leave this on the screen for the duration of the break. When I get back from the break, we of course will look at our bacon seeds. So keep smiling, be happy, play nice in the lava. Don't anybody try to grab any of those things that are coming down. Some of them, those chunks are the size of possibly, I don't know, a medicine ball, a small car, depending on which one you're going for. So be aware of that. That material coming down is hot and heavy. Anyway, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and this is VolcanoX live stream. I'll be on a break for a few minutes. We'll be back with bacon seeds after. Don't go away. And I am back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you guys on board. And I'm your host, DrFox2000. You are watching VolcanoX live stream. Glad to have everyone here. And thank you for the welcome backs from Agura and Leo and Sue and Kevin and Duchess and Tony and BMAT and everyone else. So thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate that. That is awesome. And of course, what you're looking at on the screen is Cumbre Vieja from back in September 26th last year. And that is what it was doing. That was a pretty awesome amount of lava that it was shooting out. Anyway, let's get over to our bacon seeds, and we will continue on with our wonder and see what else we had. This was the last one from yesterday, so let's carry on and we'll see. And today we don't have quite as many. I didn't get a double whammy here. We've only got the regular amount, so about 5 or 6 of them, and that is all cool. So marks like a fawn. You know, that's actually exactly what those marks are like. And if that little guy laid down in a grass patch somewhere, you'd never ever be able to see him, Grandma B. And that is pretty cool. Deer pig. Yep. Something like that. Let's see, who popped in? Pat Murphy, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Hi all, great historical shot. Love the little brown bacon seed. And yeah, I do too. Let's move on to the next one. And they're going, oh, we love you. And it's a piggy pile. The smirks on their faces tell me that they are enjoying their slumber, and that is awesome. They are pretty good looking little fellers having a snooze, and they're using one of them for a pillow. And I don't want to be the pillow today. Chocolate or vanilla? Yeah, you can have either or. There you go. Next bacon seed on our list. Here's another loving one. And I don't think he's rubbing up against the bacon seed there. I think that's an awful looking skinny pig though. If that is a pig. Both of them actually. I'm looking at the indents there. They need to eat more. They need more bacon on their bodies. That would be pretty cool. Let's see. I'm just kind of doing something else here, trying to get things all working at the same time. And we'll move to our next bacon seed, and that is this little guy. And I think we might have seen him before. He's cute though. I like that. Laying in the grass and ready to pounce. Pretty awesome looking, a little bacon seed. And let's get to our next one. Hey Judy, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And there we go. I'm not sure. That almost looks like a Hawaiian dress. I'm not quite completely sure of that, but that might be Piggy heading for the kitchen to go do some baking. That'd be awesome. And let's go for our next one, and that is this little cutie. And that is indeed a very young little bacon seed. And oh, I just want to hold them and cuddle them and stuff. Little piggies, we gotta like them, and pretty good looking. And let's do our last bacon seed of today. And that is this little guy, short legs, and he looks like he's ready to attack. I gotta love those eyelashes. I think we might have seen him before too, but we are well over 1,000 bacon seeds. So I am going to think about putting together a little blurb with just bacon seeds on it for anyone who wants to watch it later on. Won't be right away because I got to sort through them and find out which one are duplicates. So most of them look pretty good though, and that is awesome. Anyway, that is wow. More pig pictures. Piggy, thank you very kindly for that wonderful super chat, Gura. And I'm going to write that down. Gura, and it is a Swedish kroners, and that is 109 Swedish kroners. Thank you very kindly for that wonderful super chat, and that is very kind of you. All right, let's see what else we've got happening around the world. We did have a look over at, let's see, we had a look at Popocatépetl in Mexico and Central America. We looked at the Azores. Let's pop over to the Indonesian / Philippine area, and we'll do Indonesia first. And let me see if I can get on the right page. That should be right about here. And there we go. We see Semeru down on the bottom. Unfortunately, a lot of cloud in the way. You can see a little bit of the off-gassing on the top of it, but nothing major happening there. We do see up on the top left here the plume that has come out and dirtied up some of the clouds from Luolatok, and that is what we've got happening there. Down on the bottom right hand side, Awu is putting out a fair amount of cloud, and you can see it off-gassing right there and making its own weather system, and that looks pretty awesome and pretty cool. And when we're looking at this picture, of course, that is Krakatoa. And Krakatoa is continuing to off-gas fairly heavily. There is some flames or fire down in the hole here. If we back up to, let's see, I guess we can go about 3 hours ago. And you should be able to notice that fairly easily. Yeah, there you can see that it was glowing fairly well. And we do see on top of Luolatok as well, there's some red fire there. Don't see nothing on Semeru or the other one. I'm going to back that up just a little bit more, go back to about 4 hours ago. And that is right around here. It does show a little bit more at Krakatoa, a little less at Luolatok at that point, but we do know there's lava in there. If we go back, say 6 hours, that would be about here. And again, weather conditions not so great in some areas. As you can see, we don't see any of the three other ones here. But we do still see that glow within Krakatoa. So we know there is lava sitting in the crater, and definitely it is very much so an active volcano. And let's see if we can find our next one, which is buffering. And I'm going to see if I can get it to stop buffering before we switch to it. And hopefully that'll work out. And okay, I brought it back up, and it is doing its thing. Somebody sent me some more bacon seeds here, but we're done with bacon seeds for today, so we won't be peeking at those. I do want to go to a couple of spots, even though that thing is buffering like crazy. They may have ended that stream. We're gonna see what happens though. Wanted to go back to a couple of spots here. We did have some very good outputs And let's see if I can find the last one first. And sliding along the bar here sometimes is not so easy. Okay, right around here, this should help us out. There we go, and you can see a little bit of lava sliding down the hill on this particular one. This was 3:57 a.m. Their time, and actually this is quite a bit of lava coming down, considering what we normally see. Dr. Fox, ever thought about covering mud volcanoes? Actually, Tony, I have. I've been working on some stuff in the background here a little bit, and there are different ones that qualify as mud volcanoes, and they can be very, very interesting. I did put out a couple of emails to see if I can use some footage, and I've yet to get any responses. So not taking that out of the works yet, so I'm definitely going to look into that. Merapi is going to have a massive eruption. Yeah, stay tuned. All right, well, we will consider that. That it's going to be a massive eruption. I'm sure they all will at one point in time. It's just whether we're there to witness it or not is a different thing. Hey, Linda is here. Welcome, Linda, in case I didn't say hi to you. And did anybody else sneak in? I'm just looking up the list here real quick. Don't see any other names right now. But we did have a little bit of bacon there, so I just wanted to share that one with you. And I think there were a couple of other ones earlier that we also want to kind of look at. This one is about 2 hours and 13 minutes ago, and it did brighten up the world a little bit as well, as you can see up in this particular black and white or IR photo, and then of course also actual lava flowing down the hill. It's always nice to see the real McCoy, you know. Looking at this, it's we know it's lava, but we also know it's infrared, so it shows everything that we don't really expect sometimes, and it is all showing all that hot material. It's deceiving. We don't realize how dark it is till you actually look at the other color camera view. So that's kind of what we're seeing. But yeah, that's a little bit more bacon sliding down the hill for you guys. And if we carry on, there were a couple more spots. Let's see if I can find them. Some good ones. I want to make sure we get the bigger ones. And yeah, it is always nice to see larger eruptions from Merapi or any of the other volcanoes, really. Let's see, where is it? I thought there was another one here that was really quite a large size. And looking for it. Oop. I may not be able to find it. I think it might have been... No, it wasn't that guy. And it was Before the Clouds. Yeah, somewhere around here, I think. Something like that. Yeah, it wasn't actually all that big, but yeah, they didn't have this one zoomed in as tight. Yeah, it's been erupting like that in bursts for a while, but yeah, it might have been buried in what I've seen before and didn't really make any note of it beyond that 12-hour mark. So not a big deal. We're going to put this one back on live though and see if it actually does go to live. Yep, it did. And unfortunately, we're not seeing anything on this camera anymore. and the other ones have very, very poor visibility as well. While we're looking in that general area of the world, oh, that's their other stream, and it's showing what's coming off of, I don't know which volcano that is. That might be Merapi as well, from a different angle. Hard to tell. They've scrunched these pictures pretty bad with sticking everything in and reshaping them, so it's hard to really acknowledge. But we're seeing a lot of activity there, so we probably will see a little bit more material coming down. Hang on, I'm going to see if we can straighten that out so you can see that a little bit better. There we go. That's kind of what they've got. So what I was just pointing at was this chart up here, and you see how large the disturbances are. So yeah, at this very moment you're probably going to see an eruption, or at least something shooting out of it. Karen is also in the house. Welcome, Karen. Glad to have you on board. Oh, Geoplanet Jane also made it in. Good to see you. And while we're here, though, let's pop over and we're going to have a look at a different one. This guy is not throwing out any lava, and it's not doing anything mean and nasty, but it does have some nice ski hills on it. And let's see if we can go in here. This is about 36 minutes ago. He was playing with the camera, zooming in a little bit. And for those who don't know, Mount Ruapehu does have a ski facility on there, and it's actually pretty awesome to see that there's people skiing on the volcano. So pretty cool, and we kind of like it. Let's see if we can get it right up. Yeah, he's got it. He's going to zoom in there. He's zooming in a little bit, and that gets you a little bit closer to it. And then he zooms in again into the other area. There we go. Close-up shot of the crater, and that is nice that we can actually see it. Don't see any off-gassing or anything like that coming out of it, unfortunately. Maybe he's spotted something. I don't know. Looking at where he's pointed the camera. And, oh, is that a person up there? Maybe not. There's the ski area, and you guys can see the lift is right there, and yep, definitely a ski area, and you can do your thing if you want to. So if you want to go sliding down a hill on boards, you are more than welcome to do that, and New Zealand has a mountain that's waiting for you. So there you go, you guys. That is pretty awesome. And let's see, where else can we sneak to here before we give it up for another break? Actually, I think we'll go to Japan real quick. And there we go. The ice cream boat has not returned yet. Maybe it will soon. And I am going to get myself over to that page as soon as I locate it. No, that's not it. Where is it? Boy. I hate it when I lose volcanoes. Oh, there we go. I'm on there now. All right, we got it. And anyway, as you can see, Sakurajima is in the clouds close up, and we can't see a darn thing. This is the close-up view of the crater, completely buried in clouds, saturated beyond belief. So not much we can do there. I'm moving along a little bit. We'll come back and check for the boat in a bit. There is, of course, Mount Fuji, which is nowhere near as sharp as it should be. And there we go, a little bit better. And that does look pretty awesome. But again, a lot of clouds still in the area, so visibility in other places will probably be poor. And having mentioned that, this is a shot of Aso. Aso San is also hiding in the clouds, and you can see just portions of that parking lot. And Aso is out right in that area behind all that cloud and fog. So that is where that is. And let's pop down to one more. This is a live shot, 9:27 a.m. And this is Suwanoshi-jima down in the southern islands of Japan. And you can see it, but you can't really tell how much activity is coming out of it. We know that it is still producing a fair amount of eruptive material, including a lot of off-gassing from what we kind of viewed and witnessed yesterday on the charts, but not that great for visibility today. And I was looking to see if we can find some glowing spots, but really not seeing anything in there. If we go back during the nighttime, and that would be this right here, we don't see anything. That's 2:30 in the morning, very quiet looking. And I think perhaps a little earlier it was still clear. Right around here, yeah, you can see the stars. We don't see any glow in this area at all. And yes, I do understand the picture is a very poor one, and that's what's out there for a camera. So unfortunately, that's what we have to live with. Okay, and that's kind of what we've got on those ones. Quick check back. Here comes the ice cream boat just in time for the break. You guys can see it coming in there. So hurry on down. You can go get your ice cream. Get the right flavors, you guys, and that would be awesome. Vera, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And let's see, who else did we have in here? Storm Chaser, thanks for that wonderful £5 super chat. Sorry I'm late, Doc, but good evening. Hope all is well. Thank you very kindly, Storm Chaser. I'm just going to write that down. Storm Chaser 1211 and a £5 super chat. That's excellent. Thank you very much for that support, Storm Chaser. And no worries on being late. You can still get down there and get ice cream. It's not a problem. And anyway, that would be pretty much it for right now. I am going to go take that 5-minute break, you guys. So please don't go away. We do still have more show to come. And you know the what? I ran out of air. Oh, Linda. Oh, who ran out of air? Oh, somebody ran out of air. I hope they didn't run out of air. Anyway, I've tried. I'm missing half the chat here, so I'm just talking. I'm just reading random comments, but that's okay. Anyway, you guys, be good. Keep smiling, and don't run away yet, and we can do our thing. I can't hear anything. I'm at a Churchill party, but Dr. Fox has my like. Thank you, Vera, and that is awesome, and hope everything is good. So on that note, I think I will pop you over to a different volcano, though, and this one is, since it's active and working and doing its thing, I don't believe that cloud is from the volcano. I think that cloud was just sliding across there, but you never know. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to leave you here on Taal Volcano for the duration of the break, and hopefully I've got some music on this stream here that we can show or play. I think I might have something. Yeah, we have that one. All right, we'll leave that on there for you guys. Please don't go away. For those people who have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like if you are enjoying the show. And also, if you are new and you have not yet subscribed, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification, and that way you will get notified when we go live. And on what tall is too short, what gives? I don't know. For a name like Tall, you think that this thing would be a monster, not something that's just over 1,000 feet or 380 meters. So anyway, I'm going for that break, you guys. Don't go away. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Keep smiling, be good, and I'll be back in 5 minutes or thereabouts. Hi, Trev. And I am back. Welcome everyone. I'm glad to have you guys on board. I'm turning off that boogie woogie music. There we go. And looking at what's going on here. The clouds here in the front, this is just condensation that is evaporating from out front. So this is not part of the volcano. Neither is this cloud that is just hanging there. So that's being fairly quiet. And of course, that is Taal, a volcano in the Philippines. And it is all good. And thank you, Sharon Stewart, saying, I can hear you. That is awesome. I do appreciate that. And thank you for the welcome backs from Kevin and Leo and Tony and Duchess, and if I didn't miss anyone else, C&D Boy possibly, yep. And anyway, I'm here doing my thing, so let's pop over. We haven't looked at a few other places yet. I did want to have a quick peek at Hawaii, of course. Oh, hang on, why is that music going? I guess we didn't turn it off there. All right, I want a Hawaii, not that. There we go. Now we're in Hawaii, and that looks pretty good. Hey, Mars, calm down. Hey, why is my picture out of kilter? And there we go. So now I did it. I moved it. I shouldn't have. Something gone wacko with my screen here. Why is that not working? Something went silly. Okay, and now I'm confused. One or the other should be working, but they are not. It's almost like the whole thing moved on me. Darn it. Hang on. Let me see what's going on here. Might have to do a quick recapture on that. I will. Let's just do that just to make sure that I've got it in frame, and we'll be able to show it properly here. So that should work, and we'll get rid of the other one in a second. All right, so that's fixed. We can see what's going on. This one was from yesterday at 1941. That's what it looked like. Very, very full. And of course, Two Pineapples was out this morning and did an awesome stream from there and enjoyed it. And of course, he was showing that it was pretty full as well. Problem that happened was it went and got foggy on him, and basically it just came in and poof, you couldn't see a darn thing anymore. So let's renew this one, and we'll see what today's shot looks like. There we go. It is still fairly full, and that is pretty nice to see, right up to the edges. This, of course, over here on the right-hand side is where the lava flow comes in, and that is via a lava tube. This is kind of a slope up to a little hornito that's sitting there, that's acting as a divider and allowing the flow into here. And over here is our toe area. We can see that it's physically bridged over again. And it is a lava tube now feeding the lava into that area over there. A lot of this spillover stuff here, I don't know if it's very recent. We do see thicker edges on it. One of the comments I made today when they were filming was that this is noticeably starting to build up, and we did have a lot of splatter coming up and kind of dropping on the edges. So very similar to what's happened around the toe area. We're going to see more of that splattering and building itself a kind of a wall around it eventually as the volume goes up and down within that crater. or within that pond. So pretty cool. Other pictures here from 1941. This is a little bit of a better shot in the sense of what we normally see for nighttime. Right there is where your primary vent is, and that is kind of a hornito that it's built itself up there, and our divider is about here, and that feeds into the lava pond, and there's the toe over on that side. But I notice we have a whole lit up area in the back here, and fresh lava flow right there. Now that vent, that used to be right up against the caldera wall. As this thing fills though, because the caldera opens up wider and wider, it appears that that vent is moving away from the wall, and in fact it has moved, but only about half as much as what we think it has. So because over here it wouldn't have been sitting right up against the crater wall, it would have been right around here but further down, and it's moved out quite a ways. Anyway, let's take a look at see what that looks like now. And there you can see that new fresh area right in here. That is all pretty much all the same color, everything, and very, very difficult to see anything over here because of that smoke. Primary event right about here, hard to tell, and too much smoke in this one, unfortunately. You can see a little bit around the edges here, the higher parts, and of course that whole center area has raised up before, and is kind of in a raised position still and hasn't dropped back down. And for those who aren't familiar with that, we'll show you the thermal video of it going up and down in a little bit here. This of course being the other shot from the other side of the crater from early or late yesterday, I guess 1900 or something. 1937 is the time on it. There you can see your lava pond, the toe area, and then of course that mentioned hot area behind there where we have all that new flow. So that is pretty cool looking. Let's refresh that, see what it looks like now. Welcome BloxyMan22, glad to have you on board. And Arliss Scott also snuck in. Welcome Arliss, glad to have you here. Anyway, from this side we can actually see the pond and the toe. Definitely see that there is a solid bridge in between, and very much so. Looks like it's built up a little bit of a ridge on it as well, so that may keep it in there for a while, depending on how much lava we get. But this shot you can kind of see where the darker material is in the middle, and you can see the cracks on the edges, and the outer areas are a lower elevation than the center was, and because that center lifted right up, it's pretty ominous to see that. And of course here's the thermal from yesterday, and again there's your primary vent, and then that little hornito that feeds the lava pond. But out here in the background you can see that's where all that new lava flow was. So pretty awesome. Let's redo this and get a current picture. That's what it looks like now. And again there's your primary vent, your little divider, and of course lava pond and toe area. And it kind of cooled off, left this little patch here, and then still some hot fresh lava sitting over in the other area. And again, this kind of really tells you how much lower it is, because you can see the definite difference, or the grade, if you will, of it going down, even on a thermal where you don't have as much depth perception, right? So that's what we're seeing. But I did want to throw on that other video, and that was this guy. For those who had not seen this, this is from the USGS, and it is kind of interesting to see. I don't know if that, let's see, if we use that method. Yeah, that looks a little closer, but yeah, you just watch how it raises up, and that level in the crater is quite a ways up there in comparison to where it used to be. So that was that video. I can do that again if you guys want, just real quick here, and because that does actually play through fairly quickly, and it's pretty awesome to really see you know, how the crater is filling up, and that is pretty good. Oh my, it was my husband's request. Hey, cool. Glad your husband requested it. Anyway, there you go. That is kind of what we were looking at, and that is the current thermal now. And again, it's kind of left it in place. The area here in the darker area has raised up, and I'm surprised that the whole lava pond and everything else has raised up with it, like Pig Island and that. So pretty awesome, and we like it. And that is kind of it for there. Let's pop over and have a look and see what Yellowstone is doing. Why is that playing? My God, that song is gonna haunt me yet. All right, where's the Sasquatches, and why am I not seeing steam moving? There we go. Okay, I see it moving now. I guess it wanted me to go back to that page. Time what? Time for 3 frames per second. A Yellowstone. Come on, Bloxy. They've got at least 4.5. It's all that water in there that caused the problem. You know, that's one thing I can't understand is why are they still showing things in 480p when you know, there's stuff out there that is so much newer and so much better, and these are probably analog cameras yet. So Klaus says time to go to sleep. 2:50 in the morning. Was nice to be here. Goodbye. Guten Abend. Guten Schlaf, Klaus. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for being here. Stuck in the early, yeah, actually I think they're stuck in the late 90s. And speaking of things, there it is now, the old geyser, Old Faithful, and it may be going off for a park that is closed. There are sure a lot of people there. That's pretty cool. I guess they must have doors or gates open somewhere, making some money. Tony says, Meatloaf starred in a movie, a Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yep, a great movie. And I watched it. Yep, it was awesome. All right, sorry, I didn't want to cough all over you. Okay, anyway, we are looking at that. That looks pretty cool. Not sure what is going on right there. Is that a buffalo or a Sasquatch? Yeah. You choose. It's out there on the grass, and hopefully it's gonna not cause any problems. If it starts running across the field, look out. Saw in 1979, Tony. Yep. Yeah, that's about how old it is. The internet signal in Yellowstone is rubbish. We're lucky they can get any live stream out of there at all. Wow. You know, I'm surprised they don't increase or fix up the infrastructure out there. That would really be a smart move, you know, especially on a location like that where literally they've got millions of people going there every year. And it is really a destination that the U.S. holds dear. And I wish they would give better coverage. It's just one of those things. Maybe you know, the powers that be don't think that it's worthy of an upgrade yet, because gee, they're still working and they're still making money. You know, that's part of it. It's a buffalo. It's not a bear. A bison. If it was a bear, I think those people over on the bench over there would be running away. But that's what it is. Anyway, we'll go over and have a quick look at our earthquakes. Since we didn't look at the Hawaiian earthquakes, I'll have a quick peek, and I see a couple of extra spots on the map as well, and we'll check everything out. I need to find that though. Why am I not seeing the earthquakes? Oh, maybe let's try that one. All right. Yeah, before we zoom in, we do see a couple of big ones here. 5.8, and that is the East Pacific Rise, happened at 1800, and that is a pretty good size. And then 5.6 out near Easter Island, which is from 1827. So interesting stuff, brand new quakes. Let's get rid of that mark. Whoa, what happened? All right, something changed on me here. And let's zoom in. There's our Hawaiian Islands, and of course we are on the big island of Hawaii, and we do see a whole bunch of quakes out here. Loihi Seamound, that's older, not going to worry about it. This one from today at 15 minutes after midnight, 2.3, and then we have some other ones here. 2.1 from 4 a.m. We have a fairly new one here at 1806 their time, and that is pretty cool. 2.1, 1.9 from yesterday, 2342. Not going to worry about it. And this is yesterday's as well, and this is today's at 1319. 3.6, a little bit bigger than the average quake that they're getting. Then we also had at 1325, 1.9. Looking at these other ones, 1302 for a 2.1 right there. And we looked at him. We want to see this guy here. 2.0 at that is yesterday's at 21:14. Not going to worry about it. This is today's at 10:40 a.m. and that's getting pretty close to town. And we got one sliding up the hill here from yesterday. Not going to worry about it. This other guy in the corner here from 4:39 a.m. and that was a 2.1. Going over a little bit more into the other side, we see out here in the water from today at 11:24, and that is a 1.7. And then we have this 2.4 here from 8 minutes after 9, and this 1.8 from 7:04 a.m. Looking at the new one, that is 2.3 from 1818. And then we have this guy here from yesterday at 22:08. Not going to worry about him. And from yesterday as well. And this guy here is yesterday's This one is today's, and that's at 9:08 a.m. For a 2.3. We do see a 2.5 here yesterday's, and that is also yesterday's. Not going to worry about them. And 9:08 a.m. seems to be a popular time at 2.3 there as well. We don't see anything out here on top of Mauna Loa, nothing over here on Mauna Kea, and no new ones around the caldera or in the immediate vicinity of Kilauea, even though we know Kilauea is fairly active. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. We do have this guy out here. I didn't see him. 3:33 a.m. and that one is a little odd. 3.4 kilometers down, 1.7. Majority of these are all between about 29 kilometers and about 35 kilometers down. So that's why I didn't mention the depths. It gets pretty repetitive, and we'll leave that alone. So we did see these two already, and we do have a bigger one here, 5.2 in Papua New Guinea. And then also here in Taiwan, 5.1. That's actually Japan is what they're calling it. Yeah, bottom end, I guess, of Japan, sort of. And there is a whole little swarm going on here, 4.6. And then we have a 4.2. These are all from today, 15:53. On that one. What is this guy here? Is 14:21, and then this guy 16:32. So definitely stuff happening. We do see one here on the ridge, and 4.9, and not super big, but no alarms going off. We see one up here by the Kamchatka Peninsula, not too far away from Abaco, the volcano, and that is yesterday's at 19:45. Not going to worry about him. And yep, looking at most of everything else, it's pretty much straightforward. Mid-Atlantic Ridge 5.4, 10 kilometers down. When they put the number like 10 kilometers down, it's an arbitrary number. They put something in there because they don't have an actual depth on it. They know what the magnitude is, but no way of being able to get both or all three X, Y, and Z down. And they are showing this 4.5, and I don't know if that is correct. Did we have another big shaker in Iceland just recently here? That is showing at 16:12 though, so I'm not sure if they boo-booed with their number because 4.5. I don't know, that don't sound right to me. Something is a little off or amiss. Let's take a look at Iceland real quick for a second and look at their map. Oh, not that one, this one. And I want to get over to that page and actually check that. I didn't think that, I thought it was 4.1. Yeah, they are showing a 4.6, so not too far off, I guess. Yep. So that is indeed what that one showed up as. Let's get back over there, and there we go. So let me get back on the right screen here. Boy, these are hard to find sometimes. There we go. All right, I'm on here now. Okay, and that's really it for major earthquakes. Don't see anything else happening anywhere, and that's probably a good thing. This is, of course, La Palma, and that's where all that lava was. I'm refreshing that, you guys, so we get the latest and greatest. And La Palma has been actually very quiet as of late. We do see that guy up here, which is already older. It is 4.1 from the 21st, so a couple days ago. But let's zoom into the area that we love the most, and of course that is the island of La Palma. And La Palma is pretty quiet. They do have this guy from 2 days ago, and that was 27 kilometers down, and not anything to worry about because it was out in the water a little bit. The only one that we see is this one volcano, one earthquake 10 kilometers down, and just to the north of El Paso, and that's what we're seeing, and it was only a 1.1. So pretty quiet there in that respect. Let's pop over to our earthquake map, volcano map, and have a quick look. I don't see anything out of place here. Most of these volcanoes are still the same, and looking at a ring of fire as continuing to do its thing. They've got Soufriere del Guadalupe on here, or de Guadalupe, same as Pele, and those are still showing as yellows. We'll see what happens in the future with those. And nothing new here. Same Tofua in Tonga, and Ruapehu with its nice ski hills on there. Down there, Yasur right there, oldest or longest running continuous volcanic eruption on the planet that we know of, and that is 870 years plus. This would be Luolatok, and then you'd have Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa still doing their thing, nothing special. And for those, that's our Suwanosi Jima, the one with the very, very pea soup-like pictures or a video, and that's where it is, out in the middle of nowhere. And if we zoom in a little bit on that, just so you guys can see, and I do believe it is the image is coming from either there on that island or one of the other ones. So it's not coming from the same island, and that is definitely why we have such a problem seeing it. And there's a lot of water in between everywhere else there. All right, let's zoom back out here, and pretty normal up here in Kamchatka. So Ibiko had that earthquake there, and then of course Karimsky, Bazimiani, and Shivalesh doing their thing. And going over, still of the same Mayat and Old Doño, and then of course the ones in DR Congo. There's Urta Ale, and that's the one we can't even see the plume coming off of there because of all the SO2 or that's being generated in Saudi Arabia and area. And of course there is where Mount Etna is located here on Sicily, and there's a Volcano and Stromboli, and then you've got Campi over here by Naples, and also Mount Vesuvius right about there, just about the hand, and that is pretty cool to see. But yeah, very hot there today, and that is kind of it for our volcanoes around the world, and nothing really new, no major catastrophes that we know of. So let's shoot you over to the weather map, and I am going to get that on the screen, and there we go. Gee, look, the weather guessers are saying it's raining here. Very perceptive of them. They are astute. They must have looked out the window. Anyway, let's carry on and see what's going on. All that rain is definitely keeping the SO2 down, washing it right out of the air. Not bad in all of North America, and including Central America, is not looking too bad SO2 wise. The stuff coming off of Mexico here being drawn out into the Pacific. And of course, Guatemala, you got Fuego down there creating some of that, as well as in Nicaragua, you've got 3 different volcanoes helping out to make that stuff. And same goes for Costa Rica there. Still a couple of very active volcanoes in Colombia. We don't see anything happening out on the Galapagos Islands. Wolf Volcano completely quiet, sliding down. We do see this plume here, and that is in all likelihood from this guy. And I just want to see what we've got for pictures today. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing a darn thing. I'm gonna just let it go full screen here and see for a second if we have anything coming out. Yeah, very few pictures according to this thing, but we do see a little bit of off-gassing there, and that is about it. And that is Sabancaya is the volcano that we are looking at there. Heading out over towards Australia, we'll check New Zealand first. We see this plume that is coming out of White Isle Volcano is actually heading back over top of a little unusual weather pattern there. It's going back over top of the North Island, and not bad. We don't have anything coming from Ruapehu, not yet anyway. Looks pretty clean down in Tasmania, and we know where this is coming from. Those are coking plants and coal mines in Australia that are creating that. And then of course back over here, Yasur doing its thing, and look, it's a specimen. He wants to get his 5 seconds of fame, I guess. A fly getting fame, that is pretty awesome. So this is kind of their a slow 24-hour picture stuff, and that looks pretty awesome. I want to see how long that fly was there. Okay, one picture. Yeah, I think just for the one picture. Okay, so the fly was only there for the one picture. Darn it. I thought he was going to have better stuff. Anyway, we do see that volcano is off-gassing, continuing to erupt the way it always does. And it has for many a year. Why did that refresh? Anyway, that's all cool. Looking at the rest of Papua New Guinea and Indonesia, Malaysia, those areas. Up here, not as much coming out of Ibu and Dukono. Out here, Luolatok still off-gassing pretty good. And then we'd have Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa, as well as some human population pollution happening there. And then Bulusan up in here still creating some of that as well. Again, we've got human population increases there that are causing those. Looks not too bad in Taiwan. Japan, we do see Suwanoshi Jima down here, as well as Sakura Jima creating some of that, but there's a lot of stuff drifting across that is adding to it. Sliding up here to the Kamchatka Peninsula, Ibako would be down here, and then we would see Karimsky, Bezimiani, as well as Chevrolet up here doing their thing. So that's kind of what we see for those. Normal stuff in China as well as India. This plume here, not so bad, right over top of them, but that is the smelters there in South Africa. But you see all that is going out into the ocean. And we do see this here in DR Congo. That is both human and volcano SO2. And then RTVE, again, we can't see because of all the other pollution that is happening in Saudi Arabia and those places. Sliding over here a little bit towards Italy and Sicily, we see that wind has blown most of that SO2 off Etna and pushed it out here, and it's going over here where Piggy lives, and that is over here on Cross Island right there, and of course that is a lot of SO2. Hope Piggy is okay with that. Looks like a majority of it is heading right for Crete, so that's what we're seeing there. And just really checking the area, not too bad in Europe. We're pretty clean in France and Spain and Portugal. Ireland is looking pretty good. We do have some stuff in England and I guess Holland. Belgium is not too bad. Germany as well as Poland, and those areas are going a little further north, though clears up real quick when you get into Norway, Sweden, Finland areas. And Iceland looks very clean right now, so not too much coming from there. And let's pop in here. Hey, Cananaskis country, I made it in. Glad to have you on board. We're getting right to the end of things, so, and hopefully it'll all be good. Okay, I'll refresh the screen here for this one. We do see some pretty good temperature still up in the north here. Wow, warmer up there than it is down where I am. Send me some of that good temperature. And the big river that you see here, that is the Mackenzie River, just so you know. And that is, it's a pretty awesome river. It's a big one. And I had the opportunity of actually being up there in the Northwest Territories in, what was it, Fort McKay? No, I can't remember the name of it. I'll think of it eventually. But anyway, it when I was up there right when the river breakup was happening. And breakup is always interesting there because the ice on the river is thick. And when we talk about thick ice, we're talking about 3, 4, 5 meters thick. In other words, 10, 15, and in some cases even 25 feet thick ice chunks. And what happens is when you have all, no, not Fort McMurray, that's in the other place. Let me see, I don't know if it'll show up on this map. I think Fort Mackenzie is what it was, I think. I'll have to look it up, but it's over here somewhere. And anyway, the ice was so thick. Now the town is up quite a ways out of the water, and it was really weird to one, you hear the ice and it will wake you up. And I was running on like a long period without sleep, and I finally had gotten to sleep, and about 3 hours after I started snoozing, they actually came and woke me up in the hotel room, and they told us that, or told me that because the year before the town was actually flooded out, with water and ice chunks. I thought, okay, this is not good. So anyway, they basically told you to get up and leave for the time being for a few hours till that subsided. And as it broke through, luckily, majority of what went through did not come up onto the shores and up the hill the way it did the year before. The year before, they had 20-foot thick ice chunks, blocks sitting on Main Street, that kind of thing. So it was pretty wild. Anyway, enough of that. Looking at the United States, hot in most places, and of course, Arizona looks like it's the hottest place again. Not quite as bad in Texas, but getting very close to it as well. And we see that all the way up to the border and southern Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and even into Ontario had a lot of that heat. Unfortunately, we did not. California looked pretty roasty and toasty as well. And I'm taking a look at what we've got down here in Florida. Very warm temperatures, nice stuff, guys. Going up the coast, and Sue was mentioning that they're going to get some storms here in the eastern portions of Canada. We'll have a look at those right away. Sliding down to South America, I see the Amazon is regaining its temperatures, and that is nice. We do see our cutoff line here where it's winter below that and kind of warmer up top. And yeah, Sao Paulo and those places a little bit warmer, 17 right now. So that's a little bit better than what they had. Zooming in on New Zealand real quick, we do see fairly cold temps, and they're ranging, I guess, anywhere from 10, 11 degrees down to what's in the higher elevations of 4 degrees, but not as cold as it used to be, and that is because that wind is coming from up north, bringing a warmer wind down. North Island looks a lot better climate-wise. 16 degrees, that kind of thing out there, so not bad. Looking at what we're seeing, different flow pattern here in Tasmania and down on the bottom end of Australia, coming from the west heading east, and we see some fairly cold temperatures in some spots on Tasmania, looking above 14 degrees in Melbourne. We'll see what the weather guessers say. Leo just brought it up. 13 degrees. Okay. Well, Leo, I'll give you my 14 degrees, okay? That'll be a little bit better for you. But that's what we're seeing there. Not so bad. Adelaide, a whole bunch warmer. No, they're actually only 13 degrees as well. And going over to Perth, even colder there, 12. Brr. All right, going up a little bit. Sydney holding in at 15, 16 degrees. A little more, I like it. And up to Brisbane and 18 C up there. So a little bit better. Northern portions look not too bad. Fairly moderate temperatures right up at the very top. A little bit better as far as tropical, but for the most part, pretty normal. It's nothing too cold or too outrageous, and we're not seeing any snow in there. So yeah, you don't have to get your white boomers out there, Leo. You know the song "Six White Boomers." Okay, never mind. Yeah, all right. Going up, we do know that Tony Flabby was in here. Of course, it's 27, 28 degrees there in Bangkok, and that is pretty normal for that place. I'm betting that humidity is 85%. Anyway, we do see a lot of fast-moving air here, so a lot of that heat being drawn over top of Japan and right into this low, and that's kind of interesting. Beyond that, cools off quite a bit. Surprisingly, Kamchatka Peninsula is still fairly warm, 23, 24 degrees. That is pretty good. Sue brought up the temperature, 83 degrees, brr, and that for them is cold. 84, I'm off by one. Darn it, 1% off. I guess that is pretty good. Normal looking in the Indian Ocean, nothing too bad. Weird pattern, so down on the bottom here with that circulation. Southern portions of Africa looking fairly chilly as well. Even Madagascar looks like it's got some very cold areas right now, and hope they warm up a bit because that place isn't supposed to be cold. And that's kind of like looking at the Sahara Desert, and we do know that they've got some very hot spots in there as well. So that is what we're seeing in Saudi Arabia, as well as all the way over in the Sahara. And of course, our wonderful Yvonne Kunkel enjoying her 23, 24 degrees there at for nighttime temperatures in Italy or Sicily. And then take a look here and see Piggy has 24, 25 degrees. And she said that they're going to get some really, really hot weather coming up. So I'm hoping that it's not too bad for her. And all of Italy looks pretty good. Some cooler spots in Spain. Actually, looks like France is warmer than Spain this time around. And we see Germany is also holding a lot of heat, same as Holland. Actually quite warm for this time of day. Same thing down here in Belgium, so not bad. A little cooler once you get up into Denmark, and then up into Sweden and those areas, but not that bad. We've got a high sitting here. I don't know if that's helping any, but colder temperatures up further north. A little better down here, so in Finland, not too bad. And let's zip over to Iceland real quick, take a look. Burr and Yvonne Vandermeer is actually over there, and she's not going to be happy with those temperatures. So hopefully we'll get some photos and reports from her while she is there. Let's switch over and take a look at precipitation. We'll do North America first, and of course here's what I'm dealing with. And there's our monsoon stuff, and I hope that clears out soon. Some interesting storms over top of us. Not seeing too much up here. We do see this blowing up and some moisture into Alaska, and I guess I'm not sure where this is going. It's kind of going every which way here. I think it's undecided. We do see the stuff over top of Hudson's Bay, big circulation there. And then we see some heavy thunderstorms coming through northern Ontario, as well as from Montreal and Quebec, and up and out that way. Here's the stuff that I believe Sue was referring to. Some big storm coming in, and that is going to make a problem there. This storm here goes all the way into Boston, so not too bad. Isolated thunderstorms all over the southeastern United States. Hopefully nothing too bad. And of course we do see this in here, and D-land is where our friend David is, and that's Astronomy Live with David Brewer, and he reported that they've got some more storms. So that's kind of what's going on there. We do see some other heavy rainfall areas. Hopefully not too bad. Here's our mess down here that is still causing our visibility problems in Mexico. And then we have the other stuff down in Central America going down into South America as well. Equatorial storm kind of sort of in place. Looking at what we've got down here, there's that warmer air being pushed down, but it also is coming along with some thunderstorms. So at least they're not hitting them yet. And a little bit of rain in some spots there in New Zealand. And hopefully this is not going to veer over. Hopefully it'll keep going south and southwest. That'd be good. Tasmania, real quick, half of the place is being flooded out. I'm kidding. They've got rain in the western portions, and looks like Melbourne is just going to be getting over top of that. That rain should be over pretty soon as the stuff moves off to the east for them. Places like Adelaide probably going to see a little bit more rain as well. And thank you. Okay, yeah, no worries. Okay, Perth, not looking wet at all right now. And let's just see what we've got. Standard storms over here in our Malaysian, Indonesian area. Those just continue. That's just nothing we can do about it. And of course, India's getting nailed by some storms as well. Here's that one that I was saying, that real fast circulation just off the coast of Japan, and I'm not sure if that's actually Russia or China. I think that's Russia is where it's hitting, but that is right there drawing in a lot of air. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem for any populated area up there, and possibly doing some damage here as well. Fast moving stuff. Zooming around here a little bit, not bad. South Africa's got a little bit of rain. We do have Central Africa, see that, our equatorial storm there doing its thing. Zooming into Europe a little bit, and we'll have a quick peek here. Spain, not too bad. Northern areas have some thunderstorms. And France, which is a little bit warmer and does also have a bunch of thunderstorms as well. Don't see too much here as far as storms for Piggy, so she should be okay. No rain in Italy for right now, but we do see up here, and that may still be technically in Italy, but they oh wow, yeah, some of it is that storm, but that's the storm there. And then of course we see this other one here going right over Yvonne Kunkel's house, as well as our good friend Ann Wallner, who's down here. So they're seeing that. Looks like we've got those storms are coming into the Netherlands or Holland, as well as into well, we have them in France, but also I'll get it. Hang on, what is the name of it? Oh boy, drawing a blank. Starts with B. Ha! Oh darn it! Why is it always hard sometimes? My geology is great, but it throws me for a loop sometimes when I'm trying to think of names. Belgium, yeah, there. That's it, Sue. Thanks. Anyway, off the coast of Ireland, some very nasty weather there. So hopefully Irish monk is prepared and not going to get nailed too much. Sliding up a little bit more, we do see here, not bad in the lower portions of Finland and Sweden and Norway, and even Denmark is all good, but looks like Norway up in the top end here is getting nailed by this bad low up here. And then we will take a look at Iceland, and I don't know if that low was producing some of that cold air and allowing it to draw down, but there you go, snow. And Iceland in the summertime does get snow, and that's what we're looking at, guys. All right, that is basically the weather. I think we've hit most of those places, and hopefully that there is nobody else to worry about here that needs weather. And I am going to switch it back over to a temperature, and we will see what our coldest temperature that I can find in a real quick hurry here. Minus 68 is what I see so far, and that's about it. That's all I can see right there. Minus 68 Celsius. I'm sure if we look hard enough, we can find colder temps. Sue found a minus 70, and that doesn't surprise me. I mean, if we see a 68, I'm sure there is a minus 70 somewhere about as well. And I'm sure there's even some colder temperatures there. But you know what? They can stay there. I am not going to go down there looking for them. So on those notes, make sure you dress your penguins really warm. Minus 70 degrees Celsius is plenty cold, and you don't want to be down there. On those notes, that's it for today, you guys. And I'm pretty much out of stuff. So, Jakarta, American Dream? No, I don't think so. There's Ragnar. And of course, Ragnar is a wonderful volcano. I'm going to end the night with that on the screen. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Big thank you to Gura and Storm Chaser 1211. And you guys are awesome. Thanks for the super chats. And also thank you to each and every one of you in here, and that does include the members as well, you know, the lavaliers. I really do appreciate that support, and also appreciate the support from each and every lava family member. Okay, so do really say thank you. I do see a couple more people just kind of popped in there. Bo, thank you, and have a wonderful night as well. And I think that's it. So thank you, moderators, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy. I have not seen Joseph Fields Official or Lucas, so thanks to all of you. Anyway, I do appreciate the moderators having been here and done their wonderful job, and beautiful guys. And on that note, hey, JB was here as well. Thanks, JB. And for those who haven't hit that like button yet, please give it a quick shot before you head out the door. That really does help out with the YouTube analytics. And I think that is just about it. I don't have anything else. So please make sure that you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And we'll see everyone tomorrow night. Take care and be safe. Oink, oink.